Only a short one tonight, 6 pages.
Always a short one with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow players. And could I say a special word for all you ladies out there? Every night, mate, in the mirror. Well, yet another season is over. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for giving me the opportunity again to lead and represent the club as your second team captain. It has been an honour and a privilege. It has again been a strange season in a lot of respects. There have been some good times, some bad times, moments of madness, moments of pure genius. So, let's get the lowlights out the way. The main reason for me again has been the loss of a front row for the majority of the season, brought about by injury and, to be honest, the bloody state of the economy, which has forced many of our players to have to sacrifice playing and happen to work instead. For those of you that don't know, if you don't have a front row, you actually start 10 points down, and for any side that would be a challenge to come back from. Also, the fact that we were deducted 18 valuable points through not being able to field a side. Now, how did we come back from those dark times? Well, I will tell you. From nowhere came the three amigos. Ali Howe, Andy Heather, and Martin May. These young lads stepped up to fill positions that even the hardest and most experienced players would not have thought of doing. Not one of them griped about the task ahead, but in fact, I think relished the challenge to stand up and be counted. Martin, who came back to rugby after 4 years, after playing a very limited amount, especially in the front row and at senior level, but he has equipped himself well and never taken a backward step.
And he's got a bigger medal than you.
Andy Heather, weighing in at 5 stone and a height of 3'2". He filled his boots as our hooker. And he even started the first team league match against Hastings this season. He has been awesome in the loose, and his ability to rob opposition of possession 3 times his size has been a real credit to his commitment. Ali Howe, who has previously been known for his backs play. Well, does anyone know? In fact, I think his only experience in the front row was going out drinking with Zorro. He's put in some memorable performances and has led from the front. Unfortunately, he girled out, dislocated his shoulder in the last 3 weeks of the season. But Al, seriously, I hope you're on the way to recovery, mate, and you can do it again. So, to the highlights. Firstly, the game of the season, when we beat league winners Uckfield 1913. And also, when we beat second place Crowborough 1915 in the last game of the season. And I would like to thank the ref on that day. There were also back-to-back wins against Tellingly. For me, this just shows one thing, that when everybody in the second team is fit and available, we are a formidable side, and that other teams should take notice and recognise we are not to be taken lightly. But what again has shone throughout this season is seeing the development of our young players and the valuable experiences they learn week after week. And I'd also just like to say a special thank you to Phil Joy for his development of the Colts. But which juniors stood out this year? Dippers, who unfortunately is not with us, again has shown his rugby talents and is learning his trades to compete at an adult level. And I hope next season he will be a permanent fixture in the front side. Steve Dimmer, who only started playing for Seaford this season, has shown some great skills on the wing, which has also earned him a number of call-ups to the first team. Ben Joy, who I know is with us tonight. And also his ginger mate, Bernard. Everyone's got to have a ginger mate. They only joined us for the last 3 games of the season, but have shown some exceptional talent for the future. I think the words that clip these two is simply no fear. Others to mention who have stood out are James Johnson and also Sam Perkins. We're getting there. But to my old rear guard who form the core of our side, Pete Joy, Richard Jones, Paul Silver, Jason Roberts, the Muppet, who week in, week out perform like they're still 25 years old. Well, they like to think they do. Even though they have a combined age, now I think I'm right in saying this, 240 years. That's older than the first team put together. Thank you guys for all your contributions. Now, on to I would say, the most acclaimed award in the club, second team player of the year. From the first game of the season, there was, for all who played and for all those watched, only one winner. This year, the award goes to an outstanding player and member who is dedicated to the club. He is, obviously, after me, always the first name on the team sheet. He's a leader, a real worker. He's an instinctive and smart player. He's laid back, but will always give 100% to his club and fellow players rather than thinking of his own gratification. He runs great lines. Now, I don't know if that is because he's always up with play or he's recovering from the last breakdown and just happens to be in the right place at the right time. Now, what will give it away as to who has won the award? He has a massive family support, which I believe can help him relax and enjoy the game I know he loves the most. He has played 5 positions this season, which consist of flanker, second row, number 8, prop, and even a brief spell at fly half. And he has also finished as the second team's top try scorer. So, without any further ado, I would like to give you Seaford's second team player of the year, Pete Joy. Possibly end without saying a few thank yous. Firstly, to our new captain this year, 20p. For all your efforts, both on and off the field, and in helping put the club and its first team back on track and for securing a top 6 finish in Sussex 1. To our chairman Ian, and all the committee who keep this club going forward year after year and for securing the RFU's seal of approval. To all those players who have represented me and the club for the second team this season, I thank you. To all our magnificent supporters, and lastly, my wife Caroline, for all her understanding. It matters not not if you win or lose, but how you play the game. And I wish you all every success next season.